Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Stephanie and welcome to another video. Today we'll be talking about all of the books that I read in January as well as my February TBR. So let's just get into it. I have my iPad with all of the books that I read. Some of them I do own physically, and then we'll go through my TBR. So the first book that I read in 2026 has the potential to be in my top 3 of the year. Losers Part 1 by Holly LaRue. I loved this book so much. Obviously, this is 5 stars, 6 stars, a million stars. I love this. This helped me heal so much. I talked about it in vlogs and over on Instagram, but dark romance can be so healing, so unbelievably healing. I loved it so much. I didn't realize that I had some trauma and PTSD with a name until I read about a character with the same name that I just absolutely loved. And I went into it and I panicked a little bit when I read the name. Then I just started reading more and more, and I was like, you know what? This is so nice, so healing, and I just absolutely loved it. If you have not read this duet, I highly recommend. Please start with the prequel novella, The Dare. Thank me later. It was so good. I still have to read part 2, but I will get there. The next book I read is Primal by Kaylee King. This is a rejected mates Omegaverse wolf shifter romance. It was so good. I also rated this one 5 stars. I literally ate it up. I loved it so much. This does leave on a cliffhanger, and their happily ever after is not in this book. You have to go through the sadness and the heartbreak of this one to get to that in book 2, and I'm currently reading that one right now, but that is not what this video is about. I absolutely love this. Obviously check trigger warnings. I will put the trigger warnings somewhere on the screen. Check the trigger warnings. Don't read it if you are not in the right mental headspace, but I highly recommend. I loved it. The next book I read, I finally did it. I read Heat of Rivalry by Rachel Reed. Also 5 stars. Yeah, my first 3 books of the year were 5 stars. I loved this so much. I cannot wait to read the next book with Shane and Ilya. I still have to watch the show. I will be getting there at some point, but I just absolutely loved it. I felt seen in different ways from both Shane and Ilya that I feel like I am just their child. Yeah, like that's just how it goes. But highly recommend if you have not read it, but I feel like everyone has read this already, so you probably already have. But if you haven't, please pick it up. As long as you like hockey romance, pick it up. The next book I read is also the last physical book that I read this month, is So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. I rated this one 4 stars. It was very fun and fast-paced, and I read it very quickly. I just didn't like it as much as Such Sharp Teeth by Rachel Harrison, but I still had a really good time. This is a vampire romance. It's also like horror. It was really good. I loved all of them coming together, like the horror, but then the romance, and then all of the vampires. Like I really did love this. This is about 2 best friends, and they go away for one of their birthdays, and stuff happens. Stuff for sure happens, and I highly recommend. And then the next 6 I did read in a full-length vlog, so I'm not going to say too much about them, but the first one is Twisted Truth by Ava Strong. I rated this one 4 stars. This is a thriller. I had a very good time. FMC is a warden, and she takes care of the land and the animals and the people in the land and making sure people are doing what they're supposed to be doing at this, like, I don't think it's a national park, but this like wilderness area. And it's a thriller set there, and it was a fun time, honestly. I read it so fast. It is only like 190 pages or something like that, so it definitely was fast-paced. It got me hooked immediately, and that's exactly what you need from a thriller. Like when I'm reading a thriller, I want to be hooked immediately. I don't want to waste any time. And the next one I read is Bouquet and Buckles by Elliot Rose, and I rated this 4.5 stars. This is a novella in, I don't know what the series is called, but I really want to read that series. I had such a good time. If you need something quick and spicy and just like fast-paced, this is definitely the one for you. It is best friend's dad. It is age gap. It is kind of grumpy sunshine. Like he's definitely grumpy, and I loved it. It was so good. Okay, I'm taking this off. This is annoying. this is better. The next one I read is Time Will Tell by Hannah Bonham Young. I rated this 5 stars. This is another novella. I read all of these in my novella readathon vlog, and I loved it. It was so cute, but I honestly expected to love it because I loved Out on a Limb, I think is the one that I read. I loved it so much. But this one, obviously it's a novella. A lot is compacted into this novella. So much happens, and it's just so cute, and I loved it. I would read a whole series based off of these characters. And then I listened to Second Act Romance by Julie Soto. I rated this one 3 stars. I probably would lower the rating to like 2.5, maybe 2, but I didn't really like it. Like, I don't even think I had a good time. I just finished it because it was novella and I was listening to it on audio. So it was really only like 45 minutes. And I just didn't really vibe with it, and I didn't feel the connection or the chemistry between the main characters. It just kind of fell flat for me. And then I read Death to Valentine's Day by Katherine Cowles. I rated this one 4.5 stars. This was so much fun. There's a twist that I did not see coming. I did not see that coming. I was like, there's a twist in a novella? Yeah, Katherine Cowles did that. Yeah, she did the damn thing because that was so good. And then I read Valentine's Sleigh by Navessa Allen, and I rated this one 4 stars. It was really, really good. So much happened, and like so quickly. It also felt like very original. Like, I've never heard of a book or even read a book that had this kind of plot line. It was really cool though. And also, I'm not saying that there's not a book out there that exists like this. I'm just saying I've never read it or heard of it, but I had such a good time. It was so good. Obviously, this one is a little bit darker, so I'm gonna put the trigger warnings somewhere. If I can't find them, just check your trigger warnings on it because it is a little bit darker. And then I read Hollow House by 𝖘𝖔𝖈𝖎𝖆. I rated this one 3 stars. I was just kind of confused. The ending gave me more questions than it did answers, and I was just lost, like completely lost. I was like, you know what? Okay. I still had a good time though. Like, despite the confusion and not knowing what was happening and being like very, very, very lost for a lot of it, I had a good time. It was short, it was quick, it was fast paced, like everything that I love. So I did have a good time. And then the last book that I read in January is Silent Night Sins by Alexa Michaels. I rated this one 2 stars. Again, this one really confused me, but like not in a good way. I was also kind of bored. And there's just a couple things. I'm not going to say much because it is a novella, so it is shorter. So there's a couple things that the FMC did or said that I was just like, what? And just really, it just lost me. It just really lost me. She also like talked to herself like a lot. Like, I talked to myself, but it just felt like a lot. And I don't know. I just did not vibe with it that much. I don't even know if I'd recommend it. If you want something mafia and spicy and kind of dark, fast-paced, then maybe. But other than that, I wouldn't probably read it. Okay, so those were all of the books that I read in January. I finished 12 books and I think just under 2,700 pages. And then I think I listened to like 3 to 4 hours worth of audiobooks because Heated Rivalry, I did a little bit of audio and a little bit of reading on my Kindle. So those are all the fun little stats. So now let's go into my TBR for February. Okay, here is the stack of physical books that I want to read. I'm just going to go through the Kindle books first because I do have a couple books on my Kindle that I would like to get to. The first one on my Kindle is Raw by Kaylee King. This is the book that comes after Primal. I think I'm like 25% of the way through, and it's January 31st as I'm filming this. So I'm definitely not going to finish it in January, but I really want to finish it in February. I am loving it so much. It's just one of those books that I don't want to read it too fast because I don't want it to be over. Like, I just love the characters and the setting and the plot so much that I'm just kind of pushing it off a little bit and procrastinating because I just love it so much. The next book on my Kindle that I want to read is Warmer Colder by Alexia Onyx. This comes after Come Out, Come Out. It is a sapphic, dark paranormal romance, and I am so excited to read it. Like, I have had it on my TBR for a little over a year now, so it needs to happen. I just need to read it this month. The last book that I want to read on my Kindle is Savor It by Tara Dewitt. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I'm super, super excited. I've had this again on my TBR for quite some time. I think since it came out. I don't remember when that was. But since it came out, it's been on my TBR, and so it's finally just time to read it, honestly. Like, I just need to get it done. Now let's go through all of the physical books. The first one is for my book club over on Fable. The link will be down below, and that is Depraved Devotion by Morgan Bridges. This is a dark romance. It is stalker. He is in prison because he is a serial unaliver, and she is his doctor. So it is patient doctor, and I am super, super excited to read this with everyone. And I'm probably going to start this one tonight once it's officially February. Not gonna lie. Next one is Bourbon and Lies by Victoria Wilder. I've had this for probably 6 months now. It's just been sitting on my shelf, waiting. I honestly don't know much about it, to be honest. I think it's age gap and maybe it's a dark cowboy romance, but I really don't know. I just know that I am excited, and the cover is beautiful. I love the cover so much. Next one is Cash by Jessica Peterson. This has been on my TBR for so long. One, look at the edges. They are stunning. I think I read book 3 in the series as an arc last year. It was either book 3 or 4, but I wanted to go back and start from the beginning, and I figured what better time than now. So it's on my TBR. Next one is a little bit different. It is an advent calendar, and there is 14 short stories written by 14 different authors, and they're kind of just sealed, and each day you get to open a new one, and it's a little short story. I'm super excited. I'm probably not going to film a video like I did for the Christmas one, like I filmed every day me reading it. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to talk about them in my vlogs when I vlog, but I'm super excited nonetheless. I'm pretty sure most of these I have not read. I know that I started a Jennifer L. Armentrout book, but I don't think I finished it. And so it wasn't like a DNF. It was just I didn't go back to it, but I'm super excited. I get to read a bunch more authors. I don't know if this is young adult or if this is going to be like they're going to be spicy. I have no idea, to be honest, but I'm super excited. The next one is, of course, The Long Game by Rachel Reed. I need more of 𝖘𝖙𝖊𝖎𝖏, okay? I also want to be caught up for when their third book comes out, I think in September. I want to be caught up so I can binge that when it comes out. And I'm so, so excited. I love 𝖘𝖙𝖊𝖎𝖏, like I said before. And I knew that I needed to have this on my TBR for February. I also have the audiobook checked out on Hoopla, and I might listen to the audiobook because that's what I did for Heated Rivalry for a little bit, and I loved it. So I don't know how I'm going to read it, but it is on my TBR. The next is Ask for Andrea by Noelle W.Eiley. I do love a thriller. This one is stunning. It says Dead Women Don't Forget, and it just has the really pretty like sunset colors. And I just really, really, really like this author. I read one other book by her, and it reminded me of a Criminal Minds episode. So I was like, you know what? I need to read more to see if it's like a one and done or if all of her thrillers just really, really hook my attention, because I'm super excited. I don't know much about this one. If you're new here, I go into most of my books completely blind. I don't want to know anything. And so I really don't like going into thrillers knowing anything. And so I know nothing. Other than, I'm assuming there's someone named Andrea. Or is it Andrea? It could be Andrea. I don't know. But Andrea, whichever one it is, that's it. The last one is Chasing the Wild by Elliot Rose. This is in the same series as Bouquet and Buckles. This is book 1. I think the novella, you can read it at any time, so that's what I did. I have not read this series at all, but I'm so excited. Look at how stunning this edition is. It is quite literally beautiful. It has character art, and I am just so ready to dive into this series because I loved Bouquets and Buckles. But that is all the books that I read in January, as well as my February TBR. If you guys are new here, this is the first year that I'm going to be taking YouTube more seriously and actually posting consistently. So every month we're going to be doing a video like this where I talk about the books that I read and also talk about my TBR for the next month. And I think it'll be super fun. I'm super excited. What is on your guys' TBR? What was your guys' favorite read from January? Mine was a 3-way tie between Losers, Heated Rivalry, and Primal. Like, those 3, I don't think I could pick between them. But I had such a good reading month. I am so excited for February. Some of the books that I just mentioned are going to be in their own vlog because Gia Nakaton is hosting Giante's Inferno. It is a week-long readathon with prompts, and you essentially are escaping the circles of hell. And I'm so excited. So some of those books will be vlogged in that video. That's where I'm at. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me that you guys take time out of your days to watch my videos. I love you guys so much. Again, the Fable Book Club and anywhere else that you can find me will be linked down below. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, please comment down below. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.